Hello and welcome back. My name's Jeff, and today we are playing Super Worldbox. So what I've done here is I've actually set up a semi RTS type build. I'm on a gigantic map, and I've created as balanced of a map as I can. There's hills for construction, which I think might actually be a little bit too big looking at it. So I'm going to add a good chunk of soil right there, and that'll just give them more room to play with. And I'm going to try and keep it as even as possible. So what we're doing is we're creating a little battleground in Worldbox. So some of the custom laws I set up. Okay, some of the custom laws I set up. I need to turn hunger back on. I need to turn peaceful monsters off. Old age back on. Rebellions are off. We're gonna have both the factions be loyal to each other, and no kingdom expansion. Once they set up their villages, that's it. They just have that one base, and they just have to destroy the enemy. Which, since diplomacy is on, obviously they're gonna want to murder each other because people don't like playing nice here. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and pause it so they both have the same amount of time. Without further ado, let the battle commence. Apparently not all of them joined that village right off the bat, which is interesting. I have it set to ×2 speed, so they're actually not going super fast. Already building up little farms. They got a couple little huts. Oh, some of their people died. That's what happened. There's still wolves wandering around the area. The orcs apparently did not run into that problem, so they have a great head start, and they also set up next to the mines to begin with, which I feel like was a very good move for them. But humans already have roads that are being constructed. Let's speed things up a bit so they can get cooking. All right, the orcs have already started setting up their farms. Looks like they're gonna have plenty of food with all this soil and whatnot. I did put some peaceful animals, chickens, sheep, whatnot, so they had something to hunt. I don't know if they can set up animal farms. I don't know if they practice husbandry. But if one of them can practice that, that's a huge advantage. Okay. So the kingdoms are slowly creeping out. And so I did turn off kingdom expansion. So they're not going to go out and they're not going to found new cities. They're just going to grow their capital as big as it can possibly be. And eventually that's going to lead them right to this little land bridge right here. And that's where I'm hoping we will see the war between the humans and orcs. I should have saved this map before I did this. I'm going to have to redo all of this. That's what I get for not thinking. Nothing too crazy is going to happen, so we're going to let a few, probably dozen years pass, and we will be back. I left for 1 minute. 1 minute to grab a freaking protein bar. And everyone's dead. So we're going to... actually, let's look at the orcs. They are not doing great either. They're down to 5 members. So let's do a little more to help these clueless yokels, because apparently they can't be trusted to avoid dying. So let's see, 3 food bushes, another pile of resources, and I'm gonna have to repopulate the humans because they're completely wiped out. And I'm probably gonna have to give the orcs a little more to play with too. I'm not even counting this time. I'm just going to give them a whole bunch of people. And let's give the orcs a whole bunch of people. Okay, let's try this again. They got 27. The orcs have 16. I was not very fair to the orcs. Let's give them a few more. Whoa, that's not what I meant to do. All right, orcs. There. Now we are all evened out. Now, this time... don't just kill yourselves off for no good reason. If you're gonna kill yourselves off, at least have a reason, you know? Okay. Now things are starting to look a little more promising. Although I'm 99% sure I said that exact same thing before they all died. Alright. You guys literally have no competition in your biomes. You should not struggle to survive. Okay, so I think we're good for another time lapse. This time, let's see. Let's hope that things go well. Okay, it's been another 60 seconds, and the orcs are about to die out again. But this time I'm quite... I think I know what the problem is. The problem is they don't have enough houses, which I think is because they don't have enough trees that are close to them. I am going to turn part of both of their biomes into forest, and yeah, hopefully that will solve their lumber issues. Okay, now stop dying immediately, you little jerkwads. You're making this very difficult. It's a lot harder than it has to be. Okay, so we can tell from the orcs that they are cutting down trees basically faster than they can grow back. So apparently they did really want that lumber. I'm going to go ahead and plant some more trees, help them out. Because I'm really not trying to use the environment to kill, and the humans are all dead. You know what? I'm just going to come back once they have functioning societies, because it has never been this hard to put together a functioning kingdom before. Okay, we're back. The last map was apparently too big or something because the idiots kept getting themselves killed. So what I've done is make this neat little checkerboard pattern where it's alternating soil and forest, so they'll have plenty of lumber, plenty of farmland, they have their resources around where they're going to start, and maybe this time I won't have to hold their hand in order for them to exist. So we're going to start out kind of like we did last time, except we're only going to start out with 10 of each, so maybe they won't starve. And yeah, so I will be back if something interesting happens. Okay, it's definitely too early to say this with any confidence, but it looks like things are going a lot smoother. The population is growing instead of falling. The orcs are struggling a little, but they're growing pretty well too. They got a little bit more clear cutting going on. It seems like they like to build on the forest tiles a bit more, whereas the humans are trying to build more on the soil. Humans just got farms up. Okay. I think this is looking promising right now. We might actually have a war, ladies and gents. Okay, it's been about 30 more seconds. I'm going to slow things down a bit. This town hall just got constructed, so that's actually a nice feature. I don't know what that does for them, but it looks like the humans... Oh, and they have a quarry set up. They got a little guard to deal with the wolves that are running around. Oh, and there's actually some skirmishing. There's already some skirmishing between the lands. The orcs are coming in. They are coming in early and hard. They are zerg rushing. Oh, but the humans fought them back. No problem. I think the orcs are getting too aggressive too early because they're sending out a lot of their people to go on these early raids where they're heavily outnumbered. I don't think that's going to go great for them. They need to focus on increasing their population. They have a quarry up now and a chieftain's hut. But yeah, no, the orcs really need to increase their population instead of sending out raids because they are going to suffer if they keep trying that. All right. Yeah, no, the humans are expanding rapidly. Look, they almost have a half of their island or a third of their island covered at this point. And I do have it so they can't expand like last time. So they just have to build one mega city. The orcs are still struggling. They should not have tried that raid. They could not afford it. Yeah, they have some stone huts now, which is going to be very good for them. See, it looks like the humans have used up all of their iron already. They've already dug it all up, and it's incorporated into weapons or buildings, whatever. The orcs still have quite a bit of iron left, which they really need to get around to using because there is no time like the present, especially when you're trying to zerg rush. Got some wolves, but wolves aren't a problem. These guys are both settled enough that wolves are not going to stop them. It's still very early to call it, but the humans are almost double the population of the orcs right now. The orcs are growing slowly but steadily. It's not going to be enough. Oh, they keep sending out these small raids. The orcs are too aggressive. And oh, now it's the humans' turn. They are sending them across the land bridge. And it looks like they took a little bit of the orcs' territory away, but it looks like that was not a great raid on the humans' half either. It seems like this is definitely a defensive game. Like whoever attacks loses because they just end up completely surrounded. Here's some humans only armed with sticks. The orcs, rather than using the land bridge, are swimming across the ocean. This is deep ocean, by the way, so no one's going to have fun swimming across that. But yeah, there's just constant skirmishes going on in the center and the occasional large scale raid. But every one of these raids just goes badly for whoever is conducting it. It is just not a winning strat. Ooh, I take it back. This raid is actually being very effective. It took the humans a while to respond to that one. Oh, yeah, no, that made a huge difference. The orcs are catching up aggressively now. I thought this was going to be a blowout, but the orcs are coming back strong. Let's speed things up a little. Okay, the orcs are sending forward another raiding. Oh, no, they backed off. They backed off. Oh, okay. I don't know what happened to the humans. Maybe just the consequences of all the losses they've just experienced. But yeah, no, they are suffering right now. I'm going to look in at what's actually happening to the humans. So let's pause it for a second and let's inspect the village. Let's see. They have way more houses than they have people, which isn't surprising. They don't have much in the way of food. Maybe that's what's maybe they're starving. They grew too big too fast because this is the only farm they have. Which the orcs have about the same size farm, but they have not grown to the same size the humans have. Yeah, I think the humans might have actually overplayed their hand. They did not have the food to oh, and it looks like they're still. Oh, that is their queen actually. Let's look into their queen. All right, their queen Evoshit. Interesting name. She has bronze equipment, which apparently it's so ugly it hurts her diplomacy. Not like there's any diplomacy here, to be quite honest. She's wise. She's seen some stuff. I believe it. They've been in non-stop war since the beginning. She's made it to 50 years old. She has 2 kills. She is a warrior queen. Goodness gracious. She is level 2. Yeah, but it looks like she's dying maybe of old age. Because she was bleeding. So I don't know how much longer she'll be the queen. Let's look at the orcs ruler, because he might be around for a bit longer. Lag. Oh, they have a queen as well. Very progressive. I love it. She's a savage, can get bones and leather from fallen foes. Regeneration, strong. She's level 3 and she's killed 3 people and she's only 25. Yeah, no, she is in a much better position as a ruler. And maybe that's why they're flourishing. Maybe their queen is just so competent that she's inspiring them forward. She also has much, much better equipment. A legendary weapon, a rare helmet. To be honest, they probably took it from the humans. That's why the humans have all garbage and the orcs are loaded up with good stuff. Because the orcs just took it all. And it's not like the humans have a ton of resources left to build more. Although they do have a stone quarry now, so that might help them out with rebuilding their economy. All right, let's speed things back up and see how things progress. All right, little raiding party getting in there. Slow it down a bit, going a bit too fast. That raiding party got taken care of. Oh, those are wolves. Yeah, no, the wolves have still been causing problems this whole time. For both sides, really. I've seen wolves skirmishing over here too. Although not so much anymore. It seems like the orcs have done a pretty good job of clearing out the wildlife. Yeah, no. At the beginning, I thought this was an open and shut fight, but the orcs came back in a big way. Even though they do love swimming across that ocean. But hey, I mean, everyone expects them to attack across the land bridge. Ooh, that raid did not get very far though. They got jumped by the humans very aggressively. They have plenty of orcs left to spare though, so it's not going to hurt them too much. Oh, the humans raiding party got split up. Oh, they got divided and conquered because they decided to swim through the ocean. That was not a winning strategy for them. And the humans are once again in bad shape. And there's just one orc causing problems over here. So I think sending like 1 or 2 orcs to just like sneak in and cause problems is actually really effective. Because it takes people off their jobs. It stops them from mining. It stops them from cutting down trees. And it helps them, occasionally they get to smash houses. Yeah, I think these small raids are doing a lot for the orcs, actually. I think I was wrong earlier about it being a bad idea. Because as you can see, every time it's doing damage and... Oh, they're snowballing. They are snowballing like crazy. I think it's good night for the humans. Yeah, they can't even hold back the wolves anymore. Which there does seem to be a lot more wolves. And we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Toratop. Toratop is the dominant species in the land. With 59 citizens, 33 buildings, Queen Og still at the helm, level 5, goodness gracious. And she now has silver armor. And oh wow, she replaced her legendary weapon. I wouldn't have done that, even though it's a better material. And she is now 40 years old, but she has conquered the human menace. Let's fix her name. Queen Og. Truly a leader to be admired. And that is going to do it for this battle. So long and good night, Toratop. You have a beautiful future ahead of you.